Hey everybody, I'm KK.
Kristen.
Together we are
KK Crochet.
I called her talking when we started. So today is a video about doing something for somebody else. That's nothing unusual for us, right? We talk about all the time about doing for somebody else. But this time we wanted to jump on board with another YouTuber and a request that she had. Hopefully I can get this out in time that if you see this, you can participate too, but I'm not sure because I know her deadline is September 1st, so I will try. So this is for Amy Loves Crochet, and Amy had a desire to make a subscriber blanket, and so she's asking for squares from her subscribers. So I will link her down below. If you know her channel, go over and watch the video where she has a request for squares. I'll try to remember to put that down below too. If you don't know Amy, go over and watch and consider subscribing and sending her a square before September 1st. So I'm going to show mine, then we'll let Kristen show hers. This is a tutorial on YouTube, and I'll have to link it down below. I'll be honest, when I did videos this time, I didn't go look for tutorials. I'll put them in later. Probably wouldn't do me any good to try to say names anyway. So here's this one, which is just a heart inside a square. I'm not real happy with it because this is a heavier yarn than this outer yarn. They both say 4s, but they are not both 4s. This yarn is Mainstay and it is super thick. I don't know why it's so thick. And then this is Red Heart, is it Roll With It? I think it's Red Heart Roll With It. It's called Eclipse and it has sparkle, and it was given to me by Nikki, and so I wanted to use that and, you know, use yarn that a subscriber sent so that I could then send it on to Amy. I thought that was a neat idea, and it has a heart in the middle. And I just dropped mine so you can start showing yours.
Okay, so I used, I think, all Mainstay yarn. So I have this, whoa, camera, pink and gray, and then just a pink one, and then I did blue.
That's pretty.
And then a blue sparkly to represent me and Mom, because we both like blue and pink.
Which is why I did blue and pink here, like a teal. Yeah, so. And then this one also is a color, this teal color, Real Teal by Red Heart was what was in Kristen's Christmas blanket. And then Mainstay Brown. I really like this pattern. There's lots of ends. They try to show you how, well, in the video she doesn't really say to carry your yarn, but I realized about 2/3 of the way through that she was carrying yarn. So I don't know, it kind of has a pucker up here, I think, and like the yarn kind of shows sometimes, but I really like this this pattern. So I will link that pattern below. It doesn't work up like you think it does. You don't work continual rounds and make it look like that. So, but it's really pretty.
I thought you did.
Some of them are, but not all of them. And, you know, I struggled because Amy has like a color palette that she likes just like the rest of us. And my color palette is usually super bright. I like bright colors and I like pinks. But the colors that she'd gotten already were kind of autumnal, I think, and some like natural colors mixed with some brighter colors. Y'all know me. And she wanted something that represented her subscribers, and to represent me, there's only really one of two things. It's going to be pink or it's going to be Christmas. So it's Christmas, and I don't know what she'll do with those, but she might even use them as coasters. It's fine. It's fine. I just really liked them and wanted to send those to her. So those are going off to her hopefully in the next day or so they can meet to her deadline before September 1. So like I said, if you don't know Amy, go check her out and subscribe and maybe send a square by September 1. I hope to get these out. Today's the 20th, so I hope to get this video out quickly, even if I have to maneuver some other stuff around so it can be uploaded and you can see it. Doesn't take very long to do a granny square. Kristen sat down and made hers, what, in an hour?
Yeah.
And she made 4.
Yep.
So, I mean, just one. If you send one, that will help. And she's going to make a blanket. And then if she gets enough, she's going to make 2 blankets and then like do a drawing for the people who submitted. So, anyway, go check out Amy. I think this is a fabulous thing. Maybe next year. Not now. Don't send me squares. Don't send me squares. Don't I didn't even say that. Next year, yes I did. Next year, I may decide that I would like to do a subscriber blanket. I think that's lots of fun. I'm not real keen on sewing them together, but I do need to practice sewing squares together. And I did find a way that I like to do it, that I need to practice a little bit more. And what better way to practice, right? And I would love to see what you guys made up and sent my way. So I've seen several subscribers and content creators and people who are doing that, who are gathering squares and making blankets from people that the only other thing I've done like that before is I made a fireman's blanket. It was a flag, and I needed stars, and I collected stars from across the 50 states, and I had several that crocheted stars and sent them in. I still had to crochet some, but not nearly as many, and I sewed them onto the blanket, and they were super cute and beautiful. And yeah, that was a lot of fun. That was years ago. That was before we had a YouTube channel, but there were YouTubers who shouted us out and were talking about it, which is really odd to me that now that I look back on it, that, you know, we did that before we had a YouTube channel, and people still sent stuff even though they didn't have any idea who we were. Just because other content creators said our name, they were like, yeah, send her some stars, and they had no idea who I was. I mean, I think Ella was one of them. Of course, she knew who we were as a subscriber, but other people sent them. They had no clue who we were, but mainly because it was for a firefighter, they sent them. So I really appreciate that. So, Kristen, question of the day. We're flying off the seat of our pants right now doing these. But we promised you, and we will. In October, they will be trivia, and in December, they will be trivia. So it'll be Halloween trivia in October, and it will be Christmas trivia in December. And in October, we will be doing something called Decade Divas, and that is a collaboration with several other ladies. And we all have a birthday in October, so it's a celebration of our birthdays. So check back for that too. Question of the day.
Try to think of one. What's something unique?
I don't know. They don't care. We just want to answer questions. Give us a question. Do you have a favorite granny square pattern? Or do you do the regular granny square pattern? Which there's nothing wrong with that.
Do that, and tell me a silly story.
A silly story? Or
like a funny story that happened to you that you're like, huh?
Oh, you know what would be really nice? Tell us some silly stories that we could share. I would love to have a story time. Okay, there we go. Now we have something totally different. I love when these things just organically appear. And we're just like, oh yeah, let's do that. Send us a funny story about crochet or whatever. It doesn't matter. Send us a funny PG story, because, you know, it's YouTube, and yeah, we don't want to, you know us. So send us a funny story that you would like for us to tell. It just doesn't have to be anything big, just something small. Or it can be big, and we will share your story if you give us permission, and we'll do story time every once in a while. I'm filling gaps from where I'm still working on big stuff, but of course we've been doing some other stuff you're going to see in the next couple of weeks of smaller things, but I am working on the blankets. And yeah, so show us, tell us stories. You can send it to the email, and if you don't want to put it down below, it'd be better to send it in email. Email's in the description box. Is that it?
Mm-hmm.
Don't forget to be kind, because
not anybody else's journey.
Bye.
Bye.